Hello guys. To make sure you are notified when I post a new video and to make sure they appear in your subscription list, click the bell. This is my channel gauravdelhirav. Do not forget to click the bell to get notified next time for the videos. So that's why I say click the bell. Hello, friends. Today we are going to discuss a stringent topic, which is a legal guide for startups. Mainly, a startup when going to start or before the pre-startup stages, then have to take care few of the stages, and after the startup is being framed up and formed up, then few of the things being matter a lot. So we are going to discuss few of the things for startups, and the topic is legal guide for startup. A must have for startups, legal 101 for dummies. Myself, Gaurav Sharma, Gaurav Kumar Sharma, CS, Company Secretary. 9990694230 is my mobile number, and my email ID is gauravdelhirav@gmail.com. You can also get in touch with my website, that is www.csgauravsharma.com. Uh, okay, now if we move on to further, then are you going to start your business in couple of days, or framing startup revenue models, or looking to find the co-founder for your startup? Have your legal points on your list intact for the same? You never know which legal point might put your plans in revision mode. There are numerous points which might help your startups go super fine and achieve the best compliance standards, and few are mentioned herein. First point which I am going to discuss is founders agreement. There are various agreements and contracts which a startup must go ahead with before starting up. So first one is founder agreement. This thing require utmost passion and dedication for professional help, and reason is that it require founders to be more open with the legal aid who providing sheer help on legal matters to be taken care of in the founders agreement. And even a slight point left or right, a founder may lose either half of the valuation of the startup company in coming future, or may end up losing the company. To know more about the founders agreement and what are the ingredients for a better founders agreement, or any kind of help, then do contact me on Gaurav, GAURAV Delhi RAV @gmail.com. So get in touch with me. I help mainly startups in framing up the founders agreement. Although various people help you, but I do help in a strange way. So if you are a founder and going to start a startup, then you must take care of the same. So another point is we are different from others because as we think mostly from founders pleasure, luxury and sheer pain. If we advise wrong, that what few do not take care about founders while making founder aware of his rights and giving powers in the agreement of the same, and just draft and give standard formats while we take pain of founder and provide right virtues a value for money. So do consider us for founders agreement. Another one, the main point of the legal know-how 101 guide is that co-founders agreement. There are founders and there exist co-founders who put their life and blood in the business, but end up mostly being taken for a bumpy ride in the whole startup journey and left with just few chart masala. Often we think from heart and put soul for the person known as co-founder, as the lifeblood of a venture must be protected quite well. The startup when turned into unicorn, rights of co-founder must be there. Even if he wish to exit from the business, he must take the pie too. So if we talk about the same, then we must take care of the co-founder as well. We are totally different from other fellas of our league, as we draft and value co-founders' efforts and wish to get value too on our time for the co-founders agreement hard work. To get sharp insight on query or advisory on the same, you can contact us, and the email ID is mentioned over here. Third point which I am going to talk about is compliances. A startup when going to start or in a running operation way have to take care many points. The best way to do a business is minimize the risk and lower down the errors and obstruction, and from operation it's easily can be figured out. But in laws compliance, a startup have to go through many laws, which are Companies Act 2013 if your entity is private or public or a one-person company. If you run a limited liability partnership after incorporation, then LLP Act 2008 applies on you. If it's a food startup, then FSCI license required and many provisions of labor law come into picture if you startup dealing in logistics. And many non-compliance might have such a punitive action which may put you behind bars or may end up a startup in fines and penalties as well. So do not go ahead with non-compliances. How to reduce or eradicate the risk of non-compliance? Follow super checklist as per laws and follow sub pertinent section of the concerned jurisdictional laws and sector-wise laws applicable on your entity. Now you are dreaming. Then this is a very difficult and a quite supernatural thing that to gather the knowledge of these laws. So many organizations become non-compliant because so pessimist that why to do it. When it comes to the penalties, we will pay up and saved, but sometimes tomorrow's comes behind bars and you are cursing. If I have acted after reading this column, I and my startup will be in profit still, and I won't have to be a consequence. The choice is yours. Choice is above a shock, and but prevention better always better than cure. So do it now. Contact us on gauravdelhirav@gmail.com. We are not expensive, but we won't compromise with our time and efforts. That does not mean we are going to dent it out in your pocket. We follow ethics, which are very few follow, and honesty is the best policy, still our virtue. So we do not charge much. So for co-founder agreement, you can get in touch with us. Fourth point is intellectual property rights, trademark, and startup rights. Half of the world is in problem not because they do something wrong, but in startups, people can beat you in tips and nooks and corners and leave you in an array of midway. And when your business framework require dealing with investors who work their money around your business, and as a cautionary and as a protective means, you must safeguard your business in such a way that nobody copy or misuse your brand name, logo, or business mark. And if it's being done, your startup might suffer from the wrath of investors whose hard-earned money or the park funds being parked in your business, making your business growing till yet. So how to protect your business or startups? Go through trademarks and copyrights and patents if your business is in tax streamlines. So how can we do that? For the same, just drop a one-liner email on gauravdelhirav@gmail.com. So we will help you out on the same. Fifth point is employment agreement. Is your startup deal with a team, your team or other team, and you may come across many issues, or you ignore few now and few your founders ignore for future courses of action. Right away we don't want to get into it, but if your business working around huge hopes and lots of pressure, then it's right time to go for employment agreement. Because if your startup someday face tough task of tough wrath from ex-employees or association or trade union passions of employees, then founders go in either to nearest police station for no reason to sort out the issue out of court or in court with two talks of Mr. Patel of office, if you remember the serial of the old times. Choice is yours. Sit with us, safeguard the business and value human resource and define limits through employment agreements, or you wish to go to above mentions two ways. We don't want to make you be so fearful that you dial us and start punishing us, but act of God and wrath of common men can ruin anything. So we are in a way. Keep calm and do let us involve. We are affordable and quite realistic and practical in running a startup with you. So do frame your employment policies with us. You can get in touch with us. Sixth point is term sheet. If you are going to put capital into business, then write business plan, definitely going to help you. But without a proper term sheet, none of the Lala group or investor, if any, or angel going to be so angel to you. So the holy grail of term sheet says these days time says जो करो सोच समझ के. And if you going to inject your startup in debt or equity mode, just go with a perfect term sheet, and way to make it awesome will only point the finger signaling toward us, and way to make it happen is gauravdelhirav@gmail.com. Get in touch with us so that we can help you in a maximum possible way to safeguard your rights on term sheets. Mainly very few go with the term sheets, but you must go ahead with it. Joint venture agreements. Oh yes, oh yes, oh my god, I am there last but not the least point. Have you got goosebumps and your hair on the hands got straightened up like they feeling current and give you wings to fly as your startup become unicorn and turn into a GMV and turnover generator? Then it's time to have a conglomerate and go up and tap those market which have been silent since long back, And now great way to do is tie-ups, and legal way is to go with joint venture agreement with arbitration clauses, and I have given you that secret in the armory of joint venture agreements. But how to use the same for the maximum rights and maximum returns are our forte to advise with you. And to tap the same, you have to drop a mail to us. There is a huge list of agreements startup must go, which can be savior for your startup or their startup in early or exit stages. And to do the same is make us involved. We help you even if you are unable to pay, mostly as we solve queries for mostly like free. Startup करेगा तभी तो बढ़ेगा India is our motto. But few times people enjoy wasting our time, so we get bit naughty by charging. So just drop email. Let's be friends. We do business in such a way only. We can help you a lot. We help in following segment as well. Act as a startup law help, startup attorney help, how to set up a company, how to start a business in India, small business startup, starting your business, how to start a business in India, starting a new business, how to start up a business, legal startups, starting a business, setting up a company, setting up a business, how to start a new business, starting a business, how to start a business, how to start your own business. Get in touch with us, guys, and we will help you in a legal way.